Well, this video is going to cover some of the different philosophies that I've adopted over the years in regards to marketing and business. Now, while there's different philosophies and mentalities towards increasing the bottom line, there's certain principles and values that I personally stand by. Now, in the world of online marketing, there's several unproven strategies, and there's many that are proven. So there are so many variables and so many different schools of thought. No one really knows the true secret code. And us marketers learn by networking with the right people and an abundance of testing in other businesses. So in this video, I'm going to be discussing the concepts behind my internet marketing philosophy. Now let's take a look at what this video is going to cover, such as why many online campaigns fail, why our strategies will test the test of time, or stand the test of time, our concepts in marketing, and what this course covers and what it doesn't in marketing. Now, I've been dealing with small business owners for almost 2 decades, over 10 years in an online capacity. It really amazes me how many companies do such a poor job on their website. I've had clients doing in excess of $50 million a year and have websites that my kid could design. It's pathetic. And one has to wonder how much business they don't win because of a poor image that is perceived through a powerful marketing tool, their website. Sometimes they're afraid to fork over $3,000 for a decent website. Imagine the conversion once people get to this site. Imagine a site that doesn't speak to the right audience. Imagine if you could just double the call to action, like call you or email you, fill out a form on the site with very small investment. And the most common excuse I get is my son or my nephew or my employee did it. And I remember my first site. I shouted up and down with my arms in the air, I have a website. I, Scott Gallagher, have a website. It doesn't cut it anymore. A website isn't valuable to a business if it's not doing its job. And a company's website surely isn't there just to be there. It's an absolute minimum for any business, in my opinion. And the website has to have measurable and sustainable goals so it can improve. Now, fortunately, this company here does have a new website. Now, your clients can spend less than $1,000 and get a decent site, but don't cut corners. Don't settle. This is very important for the small business. The fact is, folks, in this course, I'll prove to you that there are hundreds or thousands of people looking for your client service every single day in your city, no matter how small their or your city is. And you must maximize the conversion on their site. You need to win the call to action on that site. And we're going to be discussing this in the great depth in the later videos when I cover conversion on a website. But be careful where you get your advice. Don't believe everything that you hear or read. Does anyone remember when you went and visited a family doctor if anything was wrong? The doctor was essentially the jack of all trades in the medical field. Their advice was the end all, the be all. Now medicine has subsectors. Doctors specialize in neurology. In fact, there are subsectors of neurology. There's a specialist for everything. Well, way back in 1985, there was the IT guy. He knew IT, websites, and software. He was so smart, everyone looked up to him. Well, in 2011, I still got called an IT geek. I'm not an IT geek. I don't know processors or what a SATA hard drive is versus an IDE. This is IT, information technology. You don't go to a podiatrist if your back hurts. So don't go to an IT guy because he knows a little bit of web development. You shouldn't hire your carpenter to sell your house. So you don't have clients hire a web developer to market their website. You may have developers on staff or be a developer yourself. Just make sure you become a real estate agent to sell the home after you graduate from being a carpenter. Now, a website really should touch should touch 5 hands. And each role really has a specific goal. And each resource, I allocate the tasks to people that are experts in that area. Now, in the beginning, you might have to fill all 5 shoes. Just make sure that you understand the goals and objectives of each step. And this is going to make you a perfect manager when you have the right resources to do all of this. So these roles are, number 1, a project coordinator, someone who understands your client's business, their objectives, and their goals from a business perspective. A designer, that's someone who understands art or, computer-aided design. A developer, that's the person that understands the latest programming code code, right now HTML5. A QA or quality assurance expert to test for flaws. This can be a developer. It's just better to have a second set of eyes, kind of like proofreading. And finally, your marketer, someone who understands online promotion and your business objectives. Now, while I understand how to do each role, I could do each one myself. I'm the expert marketer. I am a great manager of each role, but not the best executor. Not only am I the marketer, I consult with gurus on all facets of online marketing. They consult with me when they need local businesses to gain online exposure in their local community. And remember that I said in my first days of starting my agency, I had a laptop and a kitchen table, no infrastructure, no employees. I definitely couldn't do it all for my clients. So I outsourced several tasks. The key here is that I became an expert in managing all of these online resources. I understood each role in order to manage the direction of each role. However, I did not work in the company. I worked on my company. Now, you've bought this course because either you've wanted to learn or you've tried some tactics and failed. You're the norm, not the exception. That's a great place to be, I think. Well, to me, this is just an opportunity. Now you're in good company. So online marketing is easy. It's just not simple to learn. And there's so much bad information that's out there. My industry is being slammed by incapable people and failures that are giving our industry a really bad name. And once you complete this course, you may not have the experience to be an expert online marketer, but one of the skills that you will have is to determine which internet marketing tactics are viable and which ones to avoid. The fact is that 90% of what I'm teaching you can be found on the internet somewhere, somehow. It's not packaged the way that this course is, though. And I think a lot of my own stuff is just regurgitated. But that's a different story. So the problem comes with everything else that's out there. What works, what doesn't. And secondly, most of what you read is not for the local business. And this game is different, folks. Local businesses need to deal with concepts like local business results, citations, address verification, local directories, offline authorities, and reviews. Where e-commerce sites never had to deal with this. And you need to have local internet marketing knowledge before marketing a local business. The best internet marketers with no internet marketing knowledge will absolutely fail using their strategies to market a local business. You need to have some local internet marketing knowledge to promote local businesses. And the problem really isn't knowledge, it's execution. Don't give up. And like any marketing efforts, it takes time and effort. So marketing your client's local business online requires education in 3 areas: driving traffic to their online properties, converting that traffic to a call to action, and measuring your activities and improving performance. And this course will provide an overview of each of those areas and give step-by-step instructions on ways to drive and convert traffic. For those who require much more, I also have additional coaching that goes along with this course. And finally, my business can do certain components for you, my agency, while you're growing your organization or working on it towards offering certain services for yourself. So growing your online agency requires education in 3 areas. And this is outside of managing the day-to-day operations that are included in accounting, finance, and human resources. Remember, I focus training on operations and sales and marketing. So you'll need to learn aspects of managing multiple clients with multiple service offerings, managing ongoing sales of costly services that most buyers really have little education, knowledge on, or experience with, and managing multiple resources, different employees, vendors, suppliers, and contractors. So this course is going to teach you on the specific steps in your company processes that you need to learn in order to deliver a quality service to your clients. And we're also going to teach you the processes that we've developed to acquire and manage dozens and hundreds of clients. And eventually you're going to be working on your business and not in it. And it's up to you to pick and choose what you do learn from throughout this course. Now, some final thoughts on why our strategies will work. The local online landscape really changes weekly. We know that. That's no secret. New methods of promotion are being discovered monthly, and old methods dissipate. The search engines are changing the algorithm frequently, sometimes hourly. And my strategies have stood the test of time and will continue to work for many years to come, likely for the life of your business. And because every strategy I develop and I deploy Always have the end user in mind. And I never, ever chase the algorithm like most online marketers. Don't try and fool the search engines. What you need to do is deliver value to users to earn their business. And since it all comes down to search engines, you really need to understand a search engine's role. A search engine's job is to provide the most relevant results for a web surfer for the search query requested. Period. Now, back in 1998 when Google was founded, they gained tremendous market share for one reason. It wasn't their marketing. It was their algorithm. And an algorithm is a mathematical function or equation that the search engines use to determine the ranking of a web page. You notice I said web page and not website? Well, Google's algorithm is so good that by 2002, both MSN, which is now Bing, and Yahoo had followed Google's style of ranking. And since the search engine's role is to provide relevant results, the way that they determine if a web page is relevant is very important. This algorithm is consistently changing, thereby making it very difficult to completely understand what is needed to rank in the top spots. I don't like this cat and mouse game. I'd rather be proactive than reactive. So you got to ask yourself, with the test of time, what has fundamentally remained constant in evaluating business growth? Marketing. Solid, consistent marketing. It's all about quality effort here, folks. Quality of inbound links, not quantity. Quality of social sites you're on, not volume. Quality of your web pages, not quantity of pages. Quality of your client's transparency on the internet. So be careful with everything that you hear. I mean, even Google can get kicked out of Google. A friend of mine, Matt Rogers, has been employed with Google for 8 years at the time of recording this, and he's the product manager for AdWords. He just told me that Google's help desk was banned from Google's organic index when searching. This happened because the Google bot recognized Google's help desk and flagged these pages for a marketing strategy called cloaking. And cloaking is a black hat strategy that delivers different content to the search engines than a standard user. Well, Google kicked itself out of Google because Google's help desk was delivering different results to mobile Google users or the mobile Google bot crawler than the regular Google bot crawler, and in turn was cited for spam. Now the point is that if Google can kick itself out of Google, then you want to be careful with all the strategies that people try and teach you. And with my processes as a framework, I don't expect this to change or will ever go out of date. We may add a new strategy or change a couple of our processes or statistics, but for the most part, the systems remain the same. This is the system of marketing. Learn what people want. Then you communicate the message. You study their peers. You individualize your message. You plan your strategy and adapt. You manage your plan and your online reputation. Then you earn the right to do business. We teach people. We teach real people. And we're passionate about our services.
That concludes this local marketing update from the Local Marketing Source Professional Development Program for local marketers. Visit localmarketingsource.com for additional resources focused on online marketing for local businesses.